Hello everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Brayden. I'm the exercise physiologist here with Goodwin, and what myself and Kersten have prepared today is an exercise routine that you can perform from home. Obviously there's going to be some challenging times ahead. We're not allowed to leave the house as much, so what we're trying to provide is a bit of a program for you to do that's whole body, so it incorporates strength, balance and a bit of endurance work, just to make sure that you're still getting some benefit from exercise at home. What I've prepared is about 8 or 9 exercises. I will show half of them and then Kersten will show the other half for you to do. We're going to show you some different variations of the exercise as well, so starting off at a regressed level and slowly progressing to get harder and harder, and we'll go from there. Thank you. So the first exercise that we're going to be doing is a sit to stand. Most of us know this exercise already from the health club classes or the exercise classes in the gym here. So what you do, you come to the edge of your chair, you want your feet, knees about hip width apart, you're crossing your arms, and what you're doing is you're standing up as high as you can and then slowly sitting back down. Another option that you have is you can use handles. So for those who are struggling with that, you can use handles to push up off the chair. Or alternatively, you could also use a pillow on the chair just to give you a bit extra height, like that. If you would like a challenge, you could hold on to some dumbbells or to some baked beans, can of baked beans. And what you do is you stand up and hold them. The extra weight is just that extra bit of resistance that your body has to work against. And the next challenge is to punch at the top. So not only is that going to work your strength, but also your cardiovascular system. So it'll get your heart pumping really quickly. So that's a sit to stand. So I recommend doing that at least 10 times. And then you can progress that over time. So you can do that 2 lots of 10 times. 3 lots of 10 times, as many as you feel comfortable doing. So the next exercise we're going to be doing is marching. So what we'll do initially is starting from a seated position. So what you're trying to do is you're holding in your core muscles tightly, breathing in and lifting up your knee as high as you can. If that is too easy for you, you can actually do it standing up, like this. If your balance isn't great, I would recommend using the behind of a chair or your kitchen bench. So doing it like this. And over time, I would progress to actually walking and marching like this. So that's the standing march. So I'd probably do that 10 times on each leg, and then, like the sit to stand, progress to doing it 2 times 10 on each side. So if you have a ball at home or if you have a pillow, the next exercise we'll do is a seated ball squeeze. So what you do is you put the ball in between your knees, and what you're doing is you're squeezing about 50%, holding it for 5 seconds, and then slowly releasing it. Squeezing, holding for 5 seconds, and then slowly releasing it. What this is doing is it's working the middle muscles of our legs here and the inner thigh. And if you don't have a ball, you can also use a towel, or you could use a pillow that's been folded up in half as well. So you'll still get the same benefits from that exercise. Another exercise that everyone knows is the bicep curl. So with this exercise, we're working the upper body now, is you're holding the dumbbells out to the side. If you don't have dumbbells, you can also use a can of tuna or a can of baked beans, whatever you've got at home that has a bit of weight to it. And you're just curling up and down. And what you're focusing on this exercise is bringing your hands to your shoulders and keeping your elbows tucked into your side. So we don't want to do this. What we do want is to keep the elbows down and bringing hands to your shoulders. Like that. So I would recommend doing that about 10 times initially, and then obviously progressing it to 2 times 10, 3 times 10. And then I've got one more exercise, so we're just going to come over to the wall here. So another exercise that's really good for our upper chest and our shoulders and arms is a wall push-up. So what you want to do is you want to bring your hands to below shoulder height, keeping your body straight. And what you're doing is you're bending at the elbow and coming to the wall and pushing away. So if it is too hard, you come closer. And if it's too easy, you go further away. And if that's also too easy still, you can go to like a lower bench. So your kitchen bench at home would be a good height to try from. And then if you're really confident, you can do it from the floor. So my recommendation for that is between 5 and 10, depending on your level of ability. And then you would progress from there to go 2 lots of 10, 3 lots of 10. So they're all the exercises I have for you guys. So what I'm going to do now is pass it on to Kersten, and she's going to show us how to stand on one leg. She's going to show us how to do a calf raise, and she's also going to show us how to do a wall squat hold.
Hi everyone, Kersten here. You'll know me from reception at the Wellness Centre and also your old health club coach. So I'm also here to show you some exercises and keep you motivated and moving through these different times that we're just about to go through. So I hope you all keep well and keep moving. Okay, so we're starting with a seated calf raise. So making sure that we come a little bit forward of our chair. Remember our good posture, shoulders back and down, nice and straight. So taking nice big deep breaths in and out and pushing right up on the front of our toes. And 2 to 3 rounds of 10. Now, if we're wanting to progress from there, we can come up beside our chair and again pushing up. Remember on the front of the pads of our feet. And if you wanted to do another progression, come up on one. So we can isolate our glutes as well. Making sure that we can always grab onto a chair if need be. Okay, that's that one done. Now coming over, we're going to do a wall squat. Making sure that we can either, again, hold onto a chair or a bench. So you might like to start here. Hold, see if you can hold, for 5 seconds and then moving up to 30 seconds. And then if we can come down to a 90 degree and again, see if you can hold for 5 and work your way up to 30 seconds. And then we can add some punching. Again, if you're wanting another progression, we can add some cans of baked beans, something like that. But always remembering that you can always grab something if you need be, whether it be a bench or a chair, so you've always got safety there as well. Okay, so moving on to our single leg balancing. So making sure again that we can hold onto a chair, holding each side, and again 5 seconds, moving up to 30 seconds. And then again, you might like to grab baked bean cans or without. And another progression there is doing our bicep curls. And remembering keeping elbows in, shoulders back and down, always remembering our posture. Okay, so there's that one. And then we've got our another one also is while we're on one leg, see if we can hold our arms, hands across our chest, moving our head from side to side. I'm a bit wobbly there. And that's another good progression, something for you to practice on as well. And again, 2 to 3 rounds of 10 and slowly moving up. Okay, So one that we all liked at the end of our class at Health Club. So starting with our ski movements. So keeping up our good coordination skills. So again, we move one leg, one arm. And then we move to the back. So same arm, same leg. Back. And then remember we would progress to opposite arm, opposite leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So I really want you guys all to keep this one up so I can ask you when I see you next how you're going with it all. And there we go. Thank you and take care.